President Obama hits the road today to push his jobs bill, while back in Washington, it's business as usual, playing the blame game. CBS News Chief White House correspondent Chip Reid has the latest on that. Chip, good morning.
Well, good morning, Harry. The White House is pointing its finger at a single Republican senator who they say is standing in the way of federal aid for hundreds of thousands of unemployed Americans.
We can't even get an emergency extension of health and unemployment benefits for those whose benefits expired. You can't even get an agreement with the person holding that up.
The person in question is Republican Kentucky Senator Jim Bunning, and he is single-handedly holding up a routine piece of legislation.
And I'm going to object every time because you won't pay for this.
But because of his objection, 2,000 federal transportation workers had to be furloughed without pay. 400,000 Americans risk losing their unemployment benefits over the next 7 to 10 days, and Medicare fees for doctors suddenly slashed by 21%. Bunning wants the Democrats to come up with a way to pay the $10 billion price tag.
We cannot keep adding to the debt.
And while President Obama is getting out of town to focus on jobs today, tomorrow he's expected to unveil a revised health reform bill and a hard line on passing it despite unanimous Republican opposition.
I do believe the president believes that an up or down vote is necessary.
It remains unclear whether health care reform will become law, but some analysts say it's going to make this election year difficult for Democrats, whether it passes or not.
Regardless of what happens to health care, I think it is a no-win situation for Democrats because they're squeezed, both from progressives who wanted to see a bill and wanted it to be a very proactive bill, and from moderate voters and swing voters who didn't want too much of a bill.
Today's trip to Savannah, Georgia is part of the president's White House to Main Street tour. It's intended to show that jobs is at the very top of his agenda. But back here in Washington, it's health care reform that is still dominating the debate. Harry?
Chip Reid at the White House this morning. Thank you very much.